classroom at home because we hold classes online.
Okay.
And at times I attend meetings online also, so I prepared this office for online meetings.
Okay, good.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and
Hi, Sujata. Nice to see you after so many years.
Yes.
Hi, hello.
Yes.
Nice seeing you too.
Nice to see you.
How are you?
Carrying on. Country is not too in a bad way.
Yes.
Hello all, good evening. This is Geetanjali from Chennai. Happy to
Hi,
see you all.
Geetanjali. Nice to
Hi,
see you,
sir.
Geetanjali.
Yeah, same here, sir.
Hi all, I'm Lakna from Sri Lanka. Nice to see you
Hi.
again.
Hi, Lakna.
Hello.
Hi,
Nice
how
to
are
see
you,
you.
Mr. Abraham?
Hello from the Philippines. Sorry, Philippines.
Hello, my dear friends. I am George Matthew from Kerala, India.
Hi, George.
Hi,
Okay,
GM.
George. Welcome.
Hi,
Hi, George.
Sandra.
Welcome.
Nice
Okay,
to see
thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Babu Pannachan is
Hi,
here.
everyone.
Gurakar sir is
Hi,
there.
everyone.
Yeah,
Hello,
please.
Ravi.
Classical.
Yeah.
Classical.
I saw Sally. Hi, Miss Sally.
Sally is here. Ah, Sally.
Yeah,
Good
Sally
morning,
is here.
Sally.
Oh, Sally.
It
Oh,
is,
Sally.
Everybody.
Ah, George. Ah, George is here. Okay.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, hello, everybody.
This-
What a joy to see everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Sana, yes.
6:30 a.m. in San Francisco. Too early for Sally.
It's a little early for me, but I'm here.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, George, haven't seen you in so long.
Okay. I'm very happy to see you again.
And Robbie
Okay.
and John,
Okay.
seeing everybody. Muthu.
Okay.
Good morning, Sally.
Yeah, good evening to you. Good, thank you.
Yeah. Nice to see you.
Oh, Muthukumaran, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
Muthu is here.
Oh, good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. Good evening.
You look much younger.
Okay. Thank you.
And nice to see you.
Sandbox,
sir.
sir, good evening.
Sir, Muthukumaran, sir, how is the COVID
Sandbox.
situation there?
Very bad.
Ah, very bad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. In USA, they are overcoming it.
Yes, here it's politics and too much of overconfidence.
Okay.
People are dying for want of beds and for want of oxygen,
Okay.
not because of the COVID.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Shortage, yeah.
That's the problem.
Okay. Our case is so precarious. Not in Kerala, but all over India, the condition is worsening day by day.
Yeah.
Even in Sri Lanka, it's spreading fast.
Okay, Sri Lanka. Okay.
Yeah.
And we are getting no news from Sri Lanka.
Really?
Ah, really?
We blocked.
So I think it is 7 o'clock already. We have to start. All of you, please keep your microphone in mute position. Only when you speak, you can switch on the microphone. Otherwise, all the noises will come. So we expect our bishop swing also. I don't know if it is too early, maybe difficult for him. Anyway, we will just start the meeting. I hand over the mic to Lakna. She will deal with the program.
Thank you, Abraham. Thank you for giving me this important opportunity to join as a TPA alumni member and to moderate this meeting today. So it's so nice to see all of you after a long time from all over the world. So once again, I welcome all of you to this alumni meeting. I think we are yet to join some more members to the meeting, but we'll start with the proceedings because we have a limited time constraints as well. So first, as the first event of our alumni meeting, we have a prayer from a Sri Lankan member, Upekshi. So I'll cordially invite her to do the prayer as per her religion to add her blessings to the meeting.
Thank you, Lakna, and welcome you. I wish to welcome you all. Okay, I'm supposed to lead you through a small reflection and a prayer. So hope you all join me. There you go. So let us close our eyes for a moment and collect our thoughts. Though many of us are meeting for the first time, I'm meeting you for the first time, many of you. Let us open our hearts and minds. Though we are following many religions, many beliefs, many doctrines, let us be united in our common humanity. Especially, let us remember our brothers and sisters who are not with us due to the pandemic or for other reason. And those who lost someone dear and near to them. And especially those who lost hope, lost everything due to this pandemic. Let us lift them, each and every one of them, in our prayers. And while remembering them, while remembering their suffering and loneliness, let's remember, even in this darkest hour, how blessed they are. How grateful we are for the love and the friendship and the humanity we experience day in and day out. And let us be grateful for everything we have, every breath we take, every opportunities we get. Let us be thankful. So I'm going to sing a hymn in Sinhala because I don't know any good English hymns. This is not the word-to-word translation, but this says, I'm grateful to you, O Lord, in my whole being, for you have heard me in my darkest hour. Though I cannot say it, you heard my soul, you heard my heart, and I'm thankful for that. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Tuti pudam obata samide mulu hadavatin mage miye bas obe asu suraduvan hamuve pudam obata tutigi pudam obata tutigi Idiriye obage deu madure munin sitim bati per kisi kalekat nu esuviru obehitvat kam sinisa pudam obata tutigi pudam obata tutigi tuti pudam obata samide mulu hadavatin mage biye bas obe asu suraduvan hamuve pudam obata tutigi pudam obata tutigi. Just wait, may God bless you.
Thank you, Peshi, for that wonderful prayer. I know that everyone also will agree with me. That was really wonderful. Thank you so much again. I think we can move to the next event of our alumni meeting today. So first and foremost, I would like to cordially invite Dr. Abraham Karika, the coordinator, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Lakna. Good morning, good evening, all of you. So nice to see everyone. I see our Bishop William Singh, I see Swamini, I see Sally, Alice, and so many from United States. Please remember it is only 6:30 a.m. in San Francisco. We thank them profusely for being with us today early morning. It is 9:30 plus for Susana in the Philippines. So we are, in different time zones. And Lekna, who is comparing, I want to introduce her. She is the daughter of our Ravi Kandage, who is the Global Council Trustee from Sri Lanka. Lekna is now working in Sri Lanka. A brilliant girl. So I'm happy to introduce her. So it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to this August assembly, to this first meeting of URI Traveling Peace Academy Alumni Group. So we have around 400 alumni in our fold. but it was a big break. The last TPA session was in 2016 in India. After that, we could not conduct any sessions, but still so happy to see our alumni flourishing in different parts of the world. Also, I have an apology because I am applying some ointment to my left eye, so I cannot look straight into the computer. That's why I am not showing my face. So please excuse me for that. Occasionally, I will show my face also in between. It's my great privilege to welcome all of you. Just to give you a brief idea about TPA and its origin, it is, maybe we can say it is as old as URI, or TPA started, TPA was started after the Global Assembly in Mayapur, but its seeds were sown much before that. Some of the students of Eastern Mennonite University who were in URI, they got together and thought about passing on the knowledge that we all gained in the Eastern Mennonite University under the guidance of John Paul Lederach and Dr. Ham Weaver and so many of our esteemed professors. And then Libby Hoffman, she came for our rescue with the help of Barbara and Charles and Sally. We designed a project for conducting a 2-year-long training in peace building. So around 20-25 people from different parts of the world were selected, and we had a beautiful in-depth training in peace building, and that too in different parts of the world. In United States, twice we met in States, then in India, then in Uganda, then in Ethiopia, then in Philippines, and so on. In the final session in Kalamazoo, we thought of a program, a design to pass on, to disseminate the knowledge that we gained into the whole URI movement. That is how we arrived upon a project called MIPD. The training program was called Moral Imagination Training. So we called it MIPD because Moral Imagination Program Development. That was the idea. So when we met for the first global assembly in Mayapur near Calcutta, there was a great discussion about this moral imagination training program, and we proposed an idea of a traveling university. So later we called it Traveling Peace University. So that was accepted. It was accepted with much applause in the Mayapur Assembly, and later in the Global Council. They all accepted this idea of a Traveling Peace Academy. We are so grateful to John Weiser, the president of our President's Council, and he was magnanimous enough to support TPA in the initial years. And he takes TPA very dear to his heart. We are so grateful to John Weiser. Actually, I didn't want to disturb him. He is at this age. I didn't ask him to come to the meeting because 6:30 will be too early for him. Anyway, we are so grateful to John Weiser for supporting us. And we had several training in different parts of the world, especially in Asia. And we wanted to have extend the training facilities in other continents, but still ideas are being generated, and discussions are going on about taking it to the whole URI movement. That is in a nutshell. So we will see some videos also, so we can see some of the training programs. So it's my pleasure to welcome all of you, especially our Bishop William Swing, our URI president, but for him, there is no URI. And then Swamini, the interim executive director, she lived in India for so many years at the Rishikesh Paramath Niketan Ashram in Rishikesh, in UP, Uttaranchal. And I see Sally, she was with URI from the very beginning with Bishop, with Charles and all, Sally Mahi, and then Alice, Director of Global Programs, she is with us. And so many familiar faces from around the world, many from Sri Lanka, and from the Philippines, Susanna, and Susanna, I see her. She is from the Philippines. Yeah, maybe some of them, some more will join as we proceed. So it's my pleasure to welcome all of you to the first meeting of URI TPA Traveling Peace Academy. I see Matthew Cobb, Reverend Matthew Cobb, also from United States. We expected Ian Fry from Australia, but very sad to say his wife passed away last week. So actually, I think he cannot join at this time. Anyway, thank you, all of you for joining with us. Thank you, Lekna. You can proceed.
Thanks, Abraham, for that wonderful speech. And we always respect your initiative and your support and the guidance throughout this TPA journey. So as the next event of our meeting, I would invite to showcase the video presentation of our past sessions.
Sunita, can you show
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Bangladesh session that we see now. Dhaka University. We conduct some classes in a forest or in nature. So this was traveling to the woods in Dhaka. This was at the YMCA in Sawa in Bangladesh. Participants in the certificate. So we go to Sri Lanka 2010. We are with Dr. Adi Ratna, the Sri Lankan Gandhi. This is the Center for Higher Learning in Bandaragama with the opposition leader of Sri Lanka. We planted a tree there, and that is a big grown-up tree now. Term Weaver is leading the morning walk. India 2011. Galina from Russia. She is no more now. Charles Gibbs. And with Mehar Master Moose, she is the president of the Zoroastrian University. There is only one Zoroastrian university in the world, that is in Mumbai. Again in India, in Karikam International Public School, Soumya Iyer and Ian and Rajesh. Lucknow. Niambura from Uganda. Abu Taha from Bangladesh. Vishwadev Ashwini Kumar. Soumya. Another session in India. This is at the Marthoma Center. This was the final session, 2016. Bishop Chrysostom. He passed away last week at the age of 104. We presented him with the URI Asia Peace Award. First URI Asia Peace Award was given to Chrysostom Metropolitan. River Rights campaign being inaugurated by Victor and peace procession through the city of Karikam. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunita, for that beautiful video. Actually, that was reminding us all those beautiful memories we had with TPA. So thank you again for that. So next, I'll cordially invite our very own URI President, Bishop William Swing, to address the gathering.
Thank you very much. What a joy to be with everybody today. URI is not only cooperation circles, but every once in a while we take one specific item that has to be done beyond cooperation circles with cooperation circles. And if you're talking about peace, justice, and healing, URI, in order to be what it says it is, has to have a traveling peace academy. It was a joy today to hear the names of Libby Hoffman and Eastern Mennonite and John Paul Letterock and Moral Imagination and Charles Gibbs and Herman Weaver and John Weiser and to see T.D. Singh and Metropolitan Chrysostom and Biswa Dev and see Sally Maye, who's been through it right from the beginning all the way through, to see Victor Kazanjian and the great contributions he's made. Also, we have to say how critical and important Abraham Karakam and his vision and his organization and his follow through and energy has been to make this happen. It's such a blessing to the world community, to the URI family, and to see him being able to gather the people who are on this call today. It's really quite amazing, and he did it, and we did it, and that's just now part of our legacy. We'll build on it, just as we built on Moral Imagination with the Traveling Peace Academy. We'll build on this to build more. This is just, we're just scratching the surface, just at the beginning. So welcome to you all. It's wonderful to share the journey with you, and blessings to all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bishop William Singh, for that motivating speech. So next, I can see there are lots of Sri Lankan TPA alumni members who have joined today's meeting. So now I would like to invite Rasika to share a video presentation on how Sri Lankan TPA alumni has came this journey and how was wonderful our journey was like. So I invite Rasika to share your screen and share our experiences with others as well.
tomorrows from the rubble of today. And dream of things that we can do to build a better way. Oh, let's dream.
නංවමු එකසේ නැගිලා இனப்பிரமாய் பிரிந்திருந்தாலும் மனதளவில் ஒன்றாய் வாழ்வோம் பிறரை தாழ்த்தி வாழும் வாழ்க்கை எமக்கு வேண்டாமே சகஜீவனையே கதாவை மே சகஜீவனையே கதாவை බුදුදහම සෙවනේ විසුනම් දුරේ ඉස්ලාම් සෙවනේ හිඳුනම් දුරේ රසූලක් පොදුනේ බුදු අමුසාමේ එකම දෙයක්සේ අපි හදගන්නේ ගලායන්නේ එකම පැහැගන්නේ නොවිදනා There are moments in our lifetime, questions asked of humanity. Have we opened our minds to the side of a story we could never see? For here is the time to embrace the beauty of joy through trials and adversity. Give or take this moment where we face surrender to the grace of love and humility. We stand at a crossroad of endless choices. We stand at a crossroad of endless choices. Buddha Sevane, Islam Dure, Islam Sevane, Dure, Rasulullah Dure, Buddha Amusame, Ekama Deranakse.
Thank you, Rastika, for that beautiful video. Isn't it lovely to recall all our beautiful memories? So I know that you all cherish those memories for your entire lifetime. So with that beautiful note, we'll go to the next important event of the agenda today. So I invite you are our interim executive director, who is Swamini Atyananda Saraswati, to give the introductory remarks to today's meeting.
Thank you so much. And I am so pleased and honored to see all of you. It's a very difficult time, as many of you who were here at the very beginning of this conversation know, and as many of you are living, as the COVID crisis continues, as peace drains from our hearts. Now is a time more and more for Traveling Peace Academy to rise up again and do what it needs to do to heal hearts, to heal schisms between people, to enable the peaceful future that we need. Right now, our world is not at peace. If you look at this map, the state of global peace last year was not very good. Many of the countries in the world are considered very unpeaceful, if one might say, and things are getting worse. Between violence, between misunderstandings, between the disease, the lack of water, the rising temperatures of our planet. There's so much work to be done. You are the alumni of the Traveling Peace Academy, which gives you a very special place in my heart and all of our hearts, but also gives you a significant place to help bring about the next generation of TPA. You know what needs to be done. You feel the pain. Let us come together and be together and create something for the next 21 years of URI that will enable the peaceful world we all need right now and into the future. A peaceful India, peaceful Sri Lanka, peaceful Afghanistan, America, wherever you may be. It's time, not just in talk, but in action. So often people talk about, we must have peace. Let us be the peace we want to see in the world, but how? But how? It's through the power of education. It's through the power of programs such as the Traveling Peace Academy. I can't tell you how important it is right now. I pray that some of you might become instructors, help others reach out to new communities, new individuals, more people who need the skills to make this world a better place. Let us design it together. Let us build it together. Let us dream it together. Because truly peace is in your hands. There's no reason why we can't make this world better. Through the power of your intelligence, of your insights, let us come together and stay together. Please send us all of your thoughts. Let us have some roundtables together and discuss them as well. And let us create the new generation of the Traveling Peace Academy through the strength of you, the TPA alumni. I thank you so much for joining me today and listening to me, for joining us today. I thank you so much, Abraham, for putting this beautiful gathering together, for Bishop Swing for your great vision for URI, and for all of you for being the flame that carries that peace from one soul to another. Don't give up hope. Be that hope. Right now, the world needs you. URI needs you. And we look forward to our togetherness. I thank you so much, and I bow to you all for now.
Thank you so many for that thoughtful words you shared with us today. It's very true. It's really true that we need peace in action, not in words. So at this moment, in this era, we need peace more than any time in history. So we all have to make put into those in our actions and showcase it. So I'll like to bring you to the most important section of today's alumni meeting. So we have shown you lots of videos and a lot of reflections in videos, how we have come this journey so far. So now I would like to move into reflection sessions from one by one. That's the main part of today's agenda. So as first speaker, I would like to invite Dr. Herb Weaver, who is a moral imagination trainer, to share his reflection on behalf of TPA Alumni.
Lakna, I don't think Herm is with us now. You can proceed to Sally, and later when Herm joins, we can give him a chance.
Okay, so then I'll invite to Sally Mahe, who is our well-known, beloved Sally, to address the gathering and share her reflections.
Oh, thank you so very much. It is a joy and deep, inspiration to be here. Thank you so much, Abraham, for your steadfast, graceful leadership through so many years. And Bishop Swing and Swamini, thank you to all of us for just holding this vision and our own personal intention to be peace builders. There is two phrases from the moral imagination training that I've kept alive in me. And one is the quality of personhood. John Paul Lederach said, when we teach about peace building, we're teaching something deep in a human being, the quality of their personhood. Who are we fully as people? Not just what we know about conflict mediation or all good things to learn, but how can we really expand and deepen our personhood? So when I look at each of us on this screen and those that I know are with us that we can't see, I see personhoods expanding and growing. And I think that's just a beautiful concept to hold for us as a collective as well as each individually. The other phrase I love is we're walking with. The idea of training was always a concept we didn't just give information that was given from, let's say, teacher to student. No, there was a commitment to walk with, to be in the shoes of, to go into the context of the people who were working so hard for a different way of life in their communities. And again, whether you're in your family or community or TPA, walking with one another is again a powerful concept to keep as a part of how we live our life. Also, I remembered that we had essences, and I just wanted to read you these, about 7 phrases that we pulled from the moral imagination. They are, and this is from John Paul Lederach, relationships matter, stay curious about self and other, cultivate the soils of your creativity in whatever form it emerges. Listen carefully. Listen to yourself, to others. Somewhere in between, the divine speaks. Take a step beyond your comfort zone. Make sure to hold hands. Take time to notice in new ways what has always been around you. Enjoy life. It is a gift. If there is no joy, it likely is not life-giving. So these are jewels for all of us. And then again, I just see when I say jewels, I think of a beautiful jewelry, and that we're all part of those pearls, those stones, that's preciousness that we've taken into ourselves to lead committed lives as peace builders, to be encouraged and encourage each other. So thank you again. To be alumni is a real honor. And I'm glad we're taking this moment to look back, admire the work that's been happening, and look forward to see where we can go from here. Love being with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. That was a really beautiful note you've given us today. So next I'll invite Ms. Alice Sweat, who is the Director of Global Programs, to address the gathering.
Lakna, thank you so much. Greetings, everybody. I am so happy to be able to join you from San Francisco this evening. And it's such a treat to see many familiar faces on this screen, and also to see faces of people that I have not met before, but to know that we share a common experience of having participated in TPA.
I affirm Abraham's leadership, and I celebrate it with such gratitude for helping provide opportunities for people to come together through the years. What fun just now to see videos of several TPAs over a long time, and to see the learning that has taken place, and to imagine the impact of that is very exciting. When I personally think about my experience of TPA, there are many things that come to mind that continue to inspire me. I think of morning walks. I think of morning yoga. I think of opportunities to interact with one another, to build relationships, as Sally was just talking about. I think of conversations about peace and peace building and perspectives, and how we all have our unique perspective, but we require the perspective of everybody if we were to work for the whole of peace. And I think especially of one time in particular with Abraham talking about spider webs out under the trees. And for me, there is a powerful poem that I want to just share with you, because I think of poetry, I associate poetry with TPA, and I associate connection with each other and with the earth. And so I want to share one of my favorite poems by a poet from this country, from the US, whose name is Mary Oliver. And she talks about connection and the importance of finding ourselves in the world. And I think this is what one of the crucial ingredients for peace is. We all need to know about ourselves in the world. So her poem is called Wild Geese. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. Those are the words of Mary Oliver. And my celebration is that it is such a gift to have been part of TPA and to have felt my place amongst the family of our human world and our natural environment, and to have shared that with so many people, and to know that there are people who came before me and there will be those who will come after, continuing the same work. Thank you, and blessings to you all.
Thank you, Alice, for that beautiful poem. It's really touching, and thank you so much. So next, I'll invite Ravi Kandage, who is a Global Council Trustee, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Bishop William Swim, founder of URI, Swamini Adityananda, and the Sally Mahe, Alice Sweet, Dr. Abraham, Professor Valebada, Dr. Sujata, and my dear friends. This is a very timely and an important meeting. We all should thank Dr. Abraham for organizing this virtual gathering. Due to COVID-19, the entire world is suffering, and this has affected India and Sri Lanka to a great extent. Considering this very serious situation, let's wisdom would vanish soon from this earth. There was a need for a formal program planned for peace educations, and this was formed by the URI. To attain this target, Traveling Peace Academy was formed, and moral imagination training program were conducted. Overall, this was an effective initiative. I am glad that the initiators, leaders, and facilitators of this program, Ms. Sally Mahe, Dr. Ham Weaver, Dr. Abraham, and others have joined today's online meeting. Especially, we should appreciate those who have joined this online meeting after taking part in the programs conducted by TPA around the world. We were able to hold one training session in Sri Lanka in 2010. This every program supported the enhancement of the URI activities in Sri Lanka and to form great URI leaders for Sri Lanka. Our URI representative also took part in the session held in India. The slowdown of this program today is an obstacle for the betterment of the URI. I wish that this would be active again after we control the rapid spread of COVID-19. Today, we are in need of true peace ambassadors, and this program will help us to find and form true leaders. This is an unstoppable journey for peace. Our responsibility is to mount leaders to support this journey of peace. We have already done it, and we should do it with proper care in the future too. I believe that the strong foundation will be led to achieve this purpose, and remember, we all are in this together. Let's move forward with courage and sincere dedications. Thank you very much.
Lakna, Karen, and Ian are not here, so we will go to Professor John Guraka.
Okay. So I'll cordially invite Professor John Kuraka, who is a former Global Council trustee, to share his reflections.
Kurakar sir, you're on mute.
Unmute ചെയ്തിട്ട് സംസാരിക്കും സാർ.
Kurakar sir, please unmute your mic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Our URI president, the global office members Sally Maggie, Harris, and Dr. Abraham Garikem, Dr. Ravi Kandahe, and all TPA alumni members. This is the first alumni meet of the DPA. The Traveling Peace Academy is an amazing program. It is one of the global community, and it is a specialty. It's not located in any country, any city, or any building. It is spread all over the world. It is spreading all over the world. The TPA gives skill training for any people, for the participants of the world. It emphasizes the interfaith peace building, training, and participation for skill development. TPA is very useful to create a spiritual, physical, and emotional aspects of the participants. This is the first alumni meet of the TPA. We appreciate Dr. Abraham Garikem to conduct such a TPA program and also a Holy Books Conference. These two programs are very amazing and wonderful program to create interfaith relationship and world peace Thank you. May peace prevail on the earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Kulakar, for that motivating speech. Then I'll cordially invite Isaac S. Thomas, who is a Global Council Trustee, multi-region, to address the gathering.
Greetings, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Good. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so my name is Isaac, and I am joining from Doha, Qatar. I was just wondering, 3 weeks back, I was at Kerala along with Dr. Abraham sir and everyone, coordinating most of the activities there with regards to URI and my, our CC, the Global Youth Movement. And now, 3 weeks from that point, I'm here in Doha, but still being part of this community and this movement. And I believe that is the essence that we are sharing in this meeting, that URI, wherever you are in the world, is a family, is a movement, is a network that we can share our, ideas with, our visions with, and everyone being here has attended the TPA meeting once, and I had the privilege of attending the TPA meeting, TPA trainings, the past two trainings, the last two trainings, 2011 and 2016. The thing is that I always remember is that the learning and the inspiration that I've got from these trainings is what made me still be with URI. And I believe everyone saying, including Sally and Alice, saying that when we realize ourselves, there is a moment of realization where we understand what is our role in this world, what is our capability, and what we can do to help others, to help our regions, to help even the global humanity. So when we realize that, I believe there is no limit to our vision, to our ideas. Anything is possible. And through this huge network of URI, we have made sure that a training from different parts of the world, people coming together, engaging. I still remember the most serious sessions in the TPA meetings where when we had food, we would sit together and we would discuss. Everything is open. You go from one discussion to other, and it's like you are discussing such international things and such things of importance in a small round table in Kerala or in any place that we have met. So I believe this is what makes URI a global initiative that works locally, and that is how our CCs has been working. So for me, I express my sincere gratitude to Abraham sir, because without him, like everyone addressed, without him, this would have never been possible. We are always thankful to Dr. Abraham Karikam sir for being a mentor, especially for me being a mentor, and now being in the Global Council. Everything that I have studied, I have understood from the past 10 years of my experience. It's being implemented, it's being tested. So I think this is a very good time, and I believe attending these meetings is what made me the person I am today. And each and every youth, youngster in URI, given this opportunity, will take our organization into the future. And this year we are celebrating our 21st URI anniversary. 20 more years to go, 40 years to go, 100 more years to go, and I believe this is how we will keep on moving. And again, and finally, I would like to emphasize how much important Traveling Peace Academy TPA trainings are. And most probably it would be good if we could arrange, after the COVID crisis is over, we could arrange one more, again many more, so that we can have such discussions and such action plans where we finally get things done. Rather than talking, we talk and then get things done. So that's my message, and that's my vision to each and every alumni here. So thank you for this opportunity, and may peace prevail on Mother Earth. Thank you.
Thank you, Asa, for sharing your thoughts. That was really thoughtful. Thanks again. Then I invite our very own Viswadev Chakraborty, who is the East India coordinator, to address the gathering.
Letna Bishadev has gone to the hospital with his wife. Maybe he will join later. So let's go to Reverend Matthew Cobb and Susanna now. Let's Matthew Cobb first and then Susanna.
Yes. So I coordinate by Reverend Matthew Cope to address the gathering.
Thank you, Lakna. I think Abraham, for the inspiration of the spider webs, when I remember being there at your hometown and going down to the river and carrying my drum with me and being able to sing a heart song with everyone, and it still reverberates through that web, and I appreciate that very much. So much inspiration has come from the Traveling Peace Academy, Moral Imagination, and I walk with Native Americans, what we call American Adivasi. At least that's how I refer to them. And our people walk all the time. We walk everywhere, and sometimes there's a sacrifice when you walk. And sometimes sacrifice means trying to root out some evil. And whenever there's evil in the world, we know that comes through the human heart. So the same heart that sings and reverberates for peace is the heart that brings war and destruction. So how do we begin to have a future literacy of the heart? I appreciate Swamini's words and Right Reverend William Swing's words and my dear friend Sally Mahe's words, helping us to understand that this is something that is a long haul. This is a long-term commitment, and we're going to go the distance with each other. Most especially those CCs, the cooperation circles. For me, walking with people, as Sally said, is the place where the power of the peace movement, the superpower of peace, we might say, that will overcome all autocracies and all grabbing of land and grabbing of power to control. And so I recognize that there is a dark night of the soul for this planet Earth, our mother. And perhaps, like every dark night, there is a dawn. So this is something that I'm looking forward to. I've traveled to India 17 times in the last 10 years, and now I'm blocked from traveling. And it hurts that I can't come and be with my friends in India. But this is the next best thing, being together on this virtual platform. And it's going to be with us going forward, and we can make use of this. We can even walk with each other on the virtual trail to understand how our hearts are bleeding for each other and sacrificing for each other to renounce the evil and resist when we need to. And so I want to invite into this prayer circle that we formed here today my dear mentor and blood brother, Father Stan Lodaswamy, who I just got a message from his attorney, who's another friend in Mumbai, that he's made contact with some other friends that he's not well. He's now in Taloja jail in Mumbai under charges of sedition and implicated in the BK protest. And so he's 84 years old. He suffers from Parkinson's, and now he's with fever, and he's running, and his breathing is compromised, and so they have not vaccinated anyone in that jail. And so I'm just I'm aware of him and the sacrifice that he's paying, and I'm aware of so many prisoners of conscience that are languishing in jails throughout the world, but also specifically in India. These crisis points are dark nights for a lot of souls and a lot of families, and so I just want to really extend my soul as far out as I can, and to continue to sing lament, songs of lament, and also songs of praise at the same time, asking our Creator to end this present darkness, to allow that dawn to come. So thank you everyone for listening to these words. It's what's on my heart this morning here in northern Minnesota, where I work with the Ojibwe people. And thank you so much, Lakna, for giving me this time.
Thank you, Matthew, for these kind words. I know we all are in a different situation, but we all have to hold into this, because difficult times will pass and we just have to hold into this moment. So next, as Mr. Abraham said, I'll cordially invite Ms. Osama Matthew to address the gathering.
Susana from the Philippines. Susana Anayatan from the Philippines. Yeah. Susana, please
Okay, good
unmute.
evening, everyone. Thank you for inviting us to this TPA Alumni Meeting. And I congratulate and appreciate Dr. Abraham for organizing this alumni meeting. I'm happy to see everyone. Those people I met in 2016 during the TPA. So I see Alice Sweat, Sally, and then Matthew, Mutu, John Kurakar, Susan. I forgot the others, but you are in my heart. So I have been yearning for a connection to the world since the lockdown of this pandemic. I've not been traveling for more than a year now. And I am very busy working with the government's peace process with the Muslim rebels. What struck me this time are the statements of our dear Swamini about what would be the next generation of TPA, the coming together and then creating something that is called peace in action. So how do we connect? And then I also appreciate what Sally said, the personhood. How can we express our personhood? So let us know, let us reflect on our relationship with one another. We are of different race, different religions. We come from different countries. So how do we connect? And then create something that will be a journey for peace. So how do we do that? Given this backdrop of the pandemic, where people are in pain, the world needs a lot of healing, because at the backdrop of this pandemic, we still have wars. Take a look at what's happening now between Palestine and Israel, killing each other for so long. And what can we offer? How do we influence these global issues as a group? Yeah, that is our challenge. So you can make a difference in wherever we are by working with the people. Yes, I agree with Matthew. With Matthew, we can work with people. For example, this time, aside from my work with the government, I teach in two universities. And then we take care of the war orphans. We take care of 4 orphanages and a home for the aged. So whatever resources we have, we buy some food packs, because they cannot also go out to look for their basic needs. So we provide them regularly, the 4 orphanages. By the way, Jane Abdul is working also with me in our office. So aside from legislative works, we do some humanitarian assistance for the less disadvantaged. So that's how we work. We do not think of bigger and sophisticated programs, but we just extend what we can to those disadvantaged group. So that's how I look at this thing of doing some peace action. Yeah, so I teach peace education also, promoting human rights, environmental care, cultural solidarity, conflict resolution. So that's how I spend my time as a senior citizen and still working with the government. So I look forward for more meetings like this to share our dialogue of life, our dialogue of mission, our dialogue of experience, to learn from one another, despite our differences, despite our distances, we can share and then pick something, some best practices that we can also do at our level, wherever we are. So the spirit of volunteerism must be strong to become persons for others. So I appreciate this meeting. I hope to look. I hope for more meetings, and then yeah, I commit myself for the remaining time of my life to make a difference, to be the change in my own simple way, and influence some others to do the same, to create more and more people for others. So good evening, everyone, and I'm very happy. I celebrate this evening seeing you all despite the time difference that we have. So I enjoy listening to everyone, picking something to reflect on. So that's it. Thank you very much, Dr. Abraham and Susan. Nice seeing you all. Hello. Keep safe.
Thank you. Thank you, Susanna, for that beautiful note all the way from Philippines. Thank you so much for that. So next, I'll invite Professor K. Jacob, who is a moral imagination participant, to share his reflection with us.
Namaste. I express my sincere thanks to Dr. Abraham and other leaders for providing this opportunity to all of us to come together through this platform. The world is fighting against COVID-19 pandemic. More than 3 million lives have been lost. In India, we have a huge task of vaccinating more than 1 billion people. In Kerala, after the recent elections, COVID is spreading very fast. Also, for the last couple of days, there is heavy rain and thunderstorm. People in the coastal region are affected. They are being evacuated. Now, it is sad that there is great loss of lives in Israel and Palestine conflict. So let us pray and hope for the peace and better days. So let us do whatever we can do as organizations and as individuals for making the society a better place. So I salute all the peace workers. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Jacob, for that wonderful message. So then I'll invite Professor George Matthew, who is another moral imagination participant, to address the gathering.
His Holiness, Right Reverend William Swing, Swamini, Dr. Abraham Karikim, URI office bearers, and my dear friends. Really, TPA is a wonderful program initiated by United Religions Initiative. Being a participant in the Moral Imagination team, I am very happy to meet the TPA alumni and also some of the first Moral Imagination participants again in this virtual meeting, especially Salim Mahi. After hearing the song Dream, Dream, vivid pictures of the past passing through my mind while we were in different parts of the world with Hayam Weaver. I am indebted to the organizers of TPA alumni, especially to Dr. Abraham Karikim, for organizing this wonderful program. The 2-year Moral Imagination training program, under the leadership of Professor Lederach, Charles Gibbs, Hayam Weaver, and Libby Hoffman, was a wonderful training program for us. After the training program, the trainers, according to the directions of URI, we visited many places and imparted training to different NGOs in different countries. We people intervened so many issues in Kerala and in India. We are thankful to the pioneers of the URI, especially His Holiness, Right Reverend William Swing, who initiated this program. I request the authorities to conduct an alumni meeting of the first Moral Imagination team in the post-COVID period. Once again, I express my sincere thanks to all of you to meet again in this virtual platform. Wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. George. So I think we next speaker will be Ms. Nyambura from Uganda. I think she.
Nyambura, I don't see her, so let's open the floor. Any participant of TPA, anyone can speak. Very briefly, let us invite anyone to offer their reflections.
Yes, so anyone can share their experiences in their TPA journey. So floor is yours. I can see majority of participants are from Sri Lanka. So anyone would like to kick the start?
Please unmute your mic.
Madam
and
Sujata.
Say your names and let us know where you are now, how you are. Yeah. Dr. Sujata is here.
Hello, this is Kavin.
Okay, yeah, please.
Hello. I hope everyone can hear me.
Good
to,
Yes, Kavin.
Yeah, good to see you all after 10 years. It's been a long time. And when I took part in the Sri Lankan program back in 2010, I had just completed first year of my medical school. And today I'm a practicing doctor. It's been quite a ride. Actually, that what I remember most about the program at the time was I was coming off a rough patch. It was exactly around 2 years after my father passed away in the war. And this whole experience helped me to come to understand and forgive and heal myself. That was the most important thing for me. At the time, it was a very, very personal journey that helped to, in a way, kind of recover myself after a very difficult period. So I'm very thankful to all the organizers and everyone who took part. It was a very wonderful journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Kavin, for sharing your experience. Anyone else?
Mrs. Vijayatilaka, Maitika mute.
Yeah, I know. Just a word or two to remember, reflect and remember the past experiences. We had this meeting in Sri Lanka, which I participated, and later on, I was talking to Ravi in the morning, also asking about where I presented, I think, a paper in the Holy Books. So we have been meeting, our group, we have been meeting, and I wish this vision of Yuri to go on and on. We are in our old age now, but still remember the good times as well as the very good message that has been ingrained in us, which we will never forget. So all the best for the future of Yuri. Thank you.
Thank you, and Sujata, for that thoughtful message. So, are we having anyone else? Yes, Miss Jane Abdul, it's your time.
Yes, good evening. Thank you very much, Dr. Abraham, for inviting us. As a TPA alumni, the learnings and inspirations that the TPA has instilled in me still uh, very much alive in me. I'm a peace builder, and in that I am a resource for peace. Presently, I'm teaching in Doctor of Peace and Development at Cotabato State University, apart from a staff of a legislator, Dr. Susana Anayati. So I'm happy that to see everyone. Hope to see you soon in the next TPA alumni. Thank you very much. Take the floor, Laksha.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm really glad to see Dr. Abraham, and I would like to thank Ravi and Dr. Abraham initiating this gathering, because I went through my memory lane, and I'm really nice to see most of the first participants in Sri Lanka, Dr. Sujata, Rasika, Kavi, and Upekshi and all. My learning from this, because my journey has been really very interesting one. And this learning I have been embedded into whatever I did and do. Now I am working with mostly the professionals and students, undergraduates and all. So I have embedded this, the learning, the peace, how you share, how you showcase empathy and all this with my teaching, training, those people, professionals. So I'm glad to say that I always try to ask my students to have learn the first thing to be have a peace within you, because I do a lot of mentoring I'm working as a mentor as well. So the first thing I ask them to do, have the peace be within you, start within you. Then only you will be able to have the peace among your family, loved ones, neighbors, and others. So therefore, that training, I think it's really valuable, and I think we should continue through this alumni, because the people, most of the time, they do not know about themselves. So therefore, we need to let them know, start who they are first. So when I do my mentoring, I'll start them, Just let me know what your vision, what you try to achieve in your life. And especially when they start, especially university students, when they start trying to go and work life, because they are in this pandemic, they all are very panic. Though even though they are trying to complete their degree, they have no assurance whether they are going to get into a job, get a job, or go for a work life. So therefore, this anxiety, fear. So this is why we need this training at the moment, I think, especially working with our professionals, students, families, neighbors. So therefore, I'm really glad to be here, and I really nice to see all the familiar faces, and I assure my support whenever you all need me. And I would like to say finally, this because of this pandemic, so do not forget your loved ones, your family, the relationships matter, as Sally said, and your neighbors. So show them empathy, be with them whenever they need, and help them as well as come within your, the health regulation. So finally, please be with you all. And I hope all of you are well, and best of luck. Thank you. And that may Triple Gem bless you all. Thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Priyankani, for that thoughtful message. So I think we have Mr. Shanborg as well. So why don't you share some experiences you have in terms of TPA?
Hello, thank you, Lakna, for that invitation to talk. In fact, it's very nice to see everyone here after a very long time during this pandemic. Though we are sitting apart, in a different places, but in a single screen, we'll be the discussing and seeing our old friends. And in fact, today, I remember that green day when I visited 13 years ago, the San Francisco headquarters of URI, and Sally Mahe pinning the, URI lapel pin. And it's really an occasion to, rejoice, enjoy, those past reminiscences. And Bishop Swing's, talk, and Swamini, and Dr. Abraham after a long time, and this Isaac, Ravi Khandage, our good friend Kurakar, and it's really very nice to see in this platform after a very long time. So thank you very much again for the nice arrangement you have made to for this get together like thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Shan. So we have Muthu as well. Muthu, would you like to share some thoughts?
Muthu, please unmute and speak.
Yeah. I would like to thank Abraham for this opportunity to meet all my TPA colleagues after a very long time. When I first applied for this program, I was hesitant because, and then after reaching a place, I thought most of them are young, and I was wondering how I'm going to get involved. But over a period of time, I literally got lost in that atmosphere. I really enjoyed it. And I would like to thank Abraham for the well-organized, conducted programs. And I'm looking forward for the future TPA programs. I hope I'll be able to attend the same. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Muthu. So we have another Sri Lankan participant, Hareen. Would you like to share something?
Yes, I am Haran from Sri Lanka. So, first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to Mr. Abraham for organizing this wonderful gathering. I am really glad to remembering my very first participation to the TPA when I was grade 9. So nice to see you all on screen. So as alumni of TPA, we must always strive to build peace with one another through coexistence. So God bless. Thank you.
Thank you, Hari. So it's your chance to share your thoughts and your sweet memories of TPA.
Rennie Jacob is here. Rennie. Rennie or Ramendran, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
I am
please.
here. It's a great pleasure for me to attend the Alumni Association of the TPA Moral Imagination Training programs. All the members from the first alumni, the TPA training from Mayapur to Kottarakara in 2016 in at Shilpa Auditorium for the 7 days. We have spent all this, the TPA training helped the people, the participants, very much to make sure that the world is going with peace and to maintain peace and harmony everywhere. But daily, the world is moving in a different situation, particularly the climate change, the pandemic, then the quarrels which is going on in Palestine, Israel, and then in Afghanistan, and in Pakistan, and everywhere in India also. So many things are going on everywhere, but the TPA trainers have to move very fast to maintain peace and harmony throughout the world. In Kerala now, there is the pandemic is the COVID-19 is extending its wings towards all people throughout 14 districts. About 1 lakh or 2 lakh people were affected, and 6,000 or 7,000 lost their lives. So now the heavy thunders, the raining and thunderstorm, and the different kinds of climatic conditions affecting very much throughout the world. So the TPA trainers, how to unite together and to discuss how they can maintain peace and harmony through the world to reduce the sorrows and sufferings of the people who are affected very much during this pandemic season. But it's very glad to be here because all the alumni, all the members who had participated in different TPA training programs shared their views, particularly Reverend Dr. William Singh, Alice Fed, Salimahi, then Professor John Spirakar, Isaac Thomas, then Reverend Matthew Cobb, Susanna Anyatin from Philippines, Shanberg, particularly from Bangalore, and Dr. Abraham Karikem, and Ravi Khandage from Sri Lanka. It's a very blessed moment for us to share their thoughts and reflections, how they have maintaining peace and harmony and training programs in their particular areas where they are working now. Particularly, I heard a very beautiful word from a doctor. At that time, he was only at the first year MBBS student. Now he became a doctor, and he can do very well in public health and maintaining the health program there. So in this way, Professor Matthew George also shared his thoughts because he had traveled throughout the world with Dr. Abraham Karikem and the other trainers to share their views at the same time to share their thoughts with the people there and to intervene with the problems that they were affected with them. Muthukumar also said the same thing. We have shared so much amount of things with this the participants. We feel that we were old. Muthukumaran especially said he is very old. I am also very old. But when we intervened in this training program, we become so young and our mind becomes so young. And now we can pass to our ideas and visions to the world to maintain peace and harmony in this world. May peace prevail in this world. May the quarrels will be ended in Palestine and Israel. May the quarrels or in Afghanistan or in Pakistan or in India or anywhere else that is happening throughout the world, it will be reduced and it will be lessened. May God bless all of you to be healthy and wealthy and and rest in peace. Thank you all to see all of you and helping me to give my visions also to the alumni participants. Thank you all. Wish you all success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Wish you the same. So, Dr. Abraham, do we have any more chances? So,
Yeah, if Rasika or somebody wants to share, Ranjan, anyone? We have a few more minutes, see if anybody wants to say anything. Otherwise, we will ask Sanu to propose vote of thanks and we will conclude.
Okay, then let me take it over. Anyone else? Okay, fine. Greetings, everyone. I'm so happy to be part of this gathering and to join this TPA alumni session. Even I was an alumni of a TPA session in Kerala. And I think I have developed a good personal relationship and group interactions. And I still maintain so many relationships still now. And we know, even I have some reflections like that group interactions, a lot of takeaways in our TPA sessions to our real life. So now we have reached our conclusion of this session. So I won't be taking much time. I'll be taking only 2 minutes. First of all, let me thank Dr. Abraham Karikam, the coordinator of this alumni session, for making this event a success and giving us a platform to once again rejoin and share our reflections. So thank you, sir. Thank you for organizing such a great alumni session. So next, I want to thank Ubekshi from Sri Lanka and the entire team for beginning our meeting with a good prayer and her reflections. And we saw 2 video sessions of our past sessions. One was presented by South India region and other was from Sri Lanka. It was a good video presentation. And today's meeting was glorified with the presence of Bishop Swing with his inaugural address. I'm so happy for his presence in this meeting and thanking him. And then we had the introductory remarks by Swami Adityan Saraswati ji. She also shared her reflections and provided us a good introductory remarks. And all of us here have shared our reflections. Sally Mahe, Alice, Ravi from Sri Lanka, Kurakasa, Isaac, Matthew Cobb, Susanna from Philippines, Jacob Kesa, Dr. George Matthew, Kavin, Sujata, Jain from Philippines, Dr. Priyagni, Shanbok, my dear friend Muthu, Harin, and PK Ramendran sir. So we all heard the reflections and the memories, and so it was evident from that it was such a real event, and we all are missing our TPA sessions. And last but not least, I would like to thank Lekna, who was a wonderful moderator, and for comparing this meeting very wonderful. So I congratulate and thank her also in among all of your names. And let's continue. I hope that we can continue another TPA sessions in the future with a more present situation. And yeah, that's all from my part. We will see together again, and may peace prevail on the earth. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you all. See you again. Bye.
Thank you, Abraham. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Good night.
Good
Hello.
night.
Hello.
Bye bye. Good night. Thank you, Abramji. Thank you, Salvi.
Hello.
Bye. Love from the Philippines. Praying for India.